What is your reaction when you read about the release of Palestinian prisoners last week? Another 26 prisoners were released as a measure of, quote, goodwill. I'm sure that the victims of the attacks of these terrorists, and I'm talking about past and future attacks of these terrorists and murderers, are certainly seething about the Israeli government's decision to release the prisoners. Well, here's another reaction. The reaction comes from the Israeli ambassador to Sweden. He tried to help the Swedish people understand what it means when prisoners are released. And he said, quite appropriately, imagine if Anders Breivik, the murderer of 77 people in the horrible massacre in July of 2011, imagine if he was released. He tried to get the people to understand that. Well, guess what? The relatives of the victims of that Utøya massacre are also seething, but this time at the ambassador for daring to compare Breivik in any way to the Palestinians. Oh, how could you do that? The Palestinians are just freedom fighters. They're fighting for a cause. Breivik was a sick individual. Look what he did. How could you in any way compare the two? They're upset with the ambassador because somehow Jewish blood and Scandinavian blood doesn't look the same. Well, it seethes this person here talking to you right now to read about their reaction to the ambassador's comparison, because it is high time for us to understand that Jewish blood is not cheap. How dare they not understand that the release of these prisoners strikes a terrible nerve into so many people? The Israelis, of all people, the Israelis, those are the people that are leading the world in humanitarian causes. The Israelis who have Arabs as members of their Knesset, the Israelis who go to Haiti during an earthquake and set up field hospitals, the Israelis who offer free heart surgery to anyone, any child, any adult, no matter of race, creed, or religion. The same Israelis who go to Africa and help with the irrigation technology that helps feed millions of people. Yes, it is the Jewish people. It is the Israelis. We're the ones who understand that blood is not cheap. And I think it's high time for the rest of the world to come aboard and understand it as well. Do you agree? Do you think that it's fair? I believe it's a fair comparison. I think that releasing terrorists is just as bad as releasing Anders Breivik. Maybe you disagree. Either way, I'd like to hear from you. It is something to think about.